Live back on the Shoop Sports channel. This is your boy Shoop back with another sports betting video. So, you want to make money betting on sports, don't you? Only problem is when it comes to deciding on what to pick, you don't have the first clue. Or you may think you have a clue, but your intuition tends to lead you the wrong way. If this is the case, then you need to unlearn everything you've ever heard about sports betting and watch these next few minutes. In today's three-part video, we will dive into why a winning sports bettor thinks just like Warren Buffett. Yes, the man himself, the most legendary investor of our time. We will delve into the strategy and mindset needed to achieve our desired objective, which, of course, is to be filthy fucking rich. So listen up, because we're about to make a lot of money. Principle number one, understanding investing itself. Now let's assume that you are interested in making money at all. You probably know a little bit about investing. You know you put money in now. The purpose is that it can grow to a bigger amount later. What I describe is a simplified explanation of compound interest. But although this term is used for investing, it applies to sports betting just the same. So a common investment tool for building wealth are index funds. Rather than investors trying to handpick individual stocks, index funds are made up of anywhere from a few to hundreds of different stocks. Some stocks in this portfolio will lose money, many others will gain, but overall, over time, as shown throughout history, the stock's overall average price will gain and lead to gains for you. So you may or may not have known this already, but essentially what I'm talking about here is that investing differs from just straight up gambling because you're not trying to put all your eggs in one basket. Well, that's what we're trying to accomplish on this channel. Just like you would want to diversify your stock portfolio, well, we're going to make sure that we diversify our portfolio of bets. So here we go. Principle part number 2, the diversification strategy. The problem with losing sports bettors, which, by the way, is pretty much all sports bettors, except for us, of course, is that they bet with their emotions. There's two types of emotional bettors. The guy who bets the long shot bets, like these whack parlays, $10 to win $1 billion, or they place heavy amounts on a single bet with the hopes that this one bet will make them rich and change their life, erase all their problems. But then there's a second guy who is a guy who is, or at least thinks of himself as a smart bettor, but just can't handle those losses. And when they do lose a bet that they thought they would win, whether it was a bad beat or they put too much on it, whatever it was, they're going to try to chase that loss and get back what they won. Or they win and they try to bet more with their newfound winnings. See, all this is examples of emotional betting. It's a great topic for another video, but there's a key point here that I want to emphasize. In both scenarios above, there's no real strategy to the bets they place. It's just pick whatever and hope for the best. Hope to erase their past bad bets or whatever problems they're having in their life. But the diversification strategy takes the emotional aspect completely out of it. So the way to diversify our sports betting is to shift our attention to finding good picks. Shift our attention from finding good picks, that is, and instead find good odds. The way to find good odds is by finding a bet on a retail sports book. So like FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM, Caesars are all retail sports books. And you want to find a side that has much better odds, so a much better price than what is listed on the market-making sports book. We have a few market-making sports books, but I like to use Pinnacle. You can just go to pinnacle.com and access their odds straight from there. So I compare the odds between FanDuel and Pinnacle, and I calculate the odds when I remove the juice, which is the price that they bake into the odds so that the sports book is guaranteed to always make money. But I'll take those odds, remove the juice, and then whatever odds I'm left over with after the odds are evened out, then I'll see if those odds on FanDuel can beat those no juice Pinnacle odds. Then I'll just bet FanDuel's side. No matter what side it is, just go ahead and bet it. Because essentially what we're doing here is we're just taking a bunch of bets that are mispriced and placing these over and over again, because if you're getting one bet that's mispriced, there's no guarantee you're going to win. But if you're getting 50 that are mispriced, if you're getting 100 that are mispriced, you're getting 1,000 that are mispriced, you're going to be a winner in the long run. There's just no doubt about that. But part of becoming or making this change into investors' mindset is having a mindset shift as a sports bettor. So we're going to head right here into part 3, which is talking about the mindset shifts. So let me ask you something. The stock market has a bad day. Should you sell everything? No, you really shouldn't. It's just one day. But yet I see so many sports bettors panic after one loss, and then they abandon the strategy that got them to winning, if they were even winning in the first place, and then they lose more than they would have originally had they just stuck to a strategy. With investing, your results are going to improve over time, whether that's investing in the stock market or sports bets, like I'm saying right here. But you won't necessarily win on a given day. You're not going to win today. You're not guaranteed to win today. But the beauty of the system is that because of variance, and variance is the swings that we experience as sports bettors when we win and then we lose. Because of variance, we can go on some nice winning streaks, and we can also go on losing streaks. We can find amazing bets with great odds, but at the end of the day, the players still have to play the game. Nothing is guaranteed in sports. We all have to know that. We just want to make sure that the bets that we're placing give us an edge over the sports book. And what we need to figure out is, as sports bettors, is the strategy that we're using working? We could be making money, but we could be just implementing a strategy or a non-existent strategy. But with this system where you're diversifying your bets by finding mispriced bets over and over again, then what ends up happening is we're playing a different game. See, many people are trying to play a game of which bet is going to win tonight, but we're playing a game of how many bets can we find that are a better price than the rest of the market. And it just becomes this totally different game where you're not even worried about the side you're picking. You're just looking at the numbers and you're just trying to obtain the best price out there. And how do I know this strategy works? Well, first of all, I've made $10,000 over the course of the last 4 months implementing this strategy, including almost $8,000 in 1 month. Now, what comes with that, of course, is I made $8,000 in 1 month, $2,000 the other 3 months. So there's ups and downs. We're not going to win that big every month, but over the long haul, the profit that I'm making is what any sports bettor would be lucky to have. So that in itself, me following that strategy, that shows that it works because I've made money consistently over time. But the other reason that that it works is because we all know inherently that the sportsbook knows what it's doing. That when they split odds down the middle, at -110, -110, they've taken all the information from all the sports bettors across the market, and they've come up with the best possible odds. And we've seen so many bad beats, so many flips of a coin. We've seen it land on that key number so many times that we've all thought to ourselves, wow, the sportsbook, they know what they're doing. Don't mess with Vegas. But if we're getting better odds all the time, well, then we're having a slight advantage each time. We're less likely to get caught up in that variance. We still will from time to time, but it's just not going to happen as often. We're actually going to have more favorable beats, as in we beat the sportsbook. So that is what you have to do if you want to become a winning sports bettor, is that you have to think like an investor. You're not going in trying to predict the winner. And just know that if that's what your friend's strategy is bragging about who they chose because they want to be correct, just don't listen to them. The whole point of this game is to make money, right? Or is it to be correct? Because if you want to be correct, well, you can just easily tell your friend before the game and not put money on it, right? But what's the fun in that? There's no stake in that. Put your money on the line, but in a smart way. Just like investing, if we want to pick the safe route to our money, we're going to put it in across many different bets. We're not going to put all our eggs in one basket. We're going to find the best bets across the market, and we're just going to place it, and we're not going to think about whether or not it's a good bet or not. We know it's a good bet because of the odds. So I hope this makes sense to you. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, click the rest of my channel for more sports betting videos and some talk show with my boy Chuck on the Chuck and Shoop Show. We got plenty of videos on that channel, but for now, this is Shoop Sports. I'm signing out, and let's make some money.